Naalala mo ba yung first issue mo na it was nag-trending, maybe blown out of proportion, tapos napaisip ka na, ganito pala ang showbiz sa Pinas?
That was the first time that there was something that big that happened. Everyone made kind of a big deal about it eh.
I've known you for quite some time. Never nabalitaan na naging kayo pala ni Kylene.
Yeah, I feel like people had an intuition about it, but yeah.
Ito ang isang episode ng Luis Listens kung saan napakasaya ako na nangyari to dahil proud na proud ako sa guest natin ngayon. Hindi ko siya kaano-ano, hindi ko kaapelido, pero nakita ko nagsimula siya na ganito kaliit pa. At eto ngayon, ganito na siya. Ang guest natin, Brother Darren Espanto on Luis Listens.
Thank you so much for having me, Kuya
So,
Luis.
I'm proud of you, bro. Yun lang. Yun lang ang gusto ko. Yun ang pinunta ko para sabihin na I'm proud of you.
Salamat. Okay.
My guys. Malasaya. Congratulations, so many things happening. Pero teka lang, I'm still blown away kasi nga, anong pakiramdam na we're having this conversation? Samantalang we had this conversation already, nag-uusap tayo ilang years ago, yung The Voice.
10 years. Magte-10.
So anong pakiramdam na, kumbaga, nagsimula ka sa The Voice and now you're still making your mark in the industry.
Well, I didn't really expect it, syempre, kasi hindi naman po ako yung nanalo nung season na yun. But I've always just been so grateful for all the different opportunities that have come since then. Kasi I was just expecting na, hindi ako nanalo, uuwi na akong Canada. Pero nagdire-diretso lahat and umabot na siya ng 10 years ngayon.
Paano ka nagsimula sa The Voice? Kasi alam ko you were doing a lot of things sa Canada. You were opening shows, di ba, for so many people. You already had a name sa Canada as a performer. Pero paano ka napaabot ng Pinas? Kasi napakalaking talon yun, especially for something like The Voice.
Yeah. Well, ever since I've always been shy, so it was always my parents pushing me to join contests, to do front acts. Nagkaroon na ako ng confidence after a few performances. So, nung pinalabas yung Patalastas? Patalastas. Nung pinalabas yung Patalastas.
Pinahirapan mo ko. Ang dami kong iniisip sa
yung
buhay
commercial, ayun, nung pinalabas yung commercial for The Voice Kids, nakita po ng lola ko.
Wow.
And then, sinabi niya po sa magulang ko sa Canada na, uy, pasalin niyo si Darren. And then, napanood namin sa TFC yung The Voice Season 1, yung adults, kina Kuya Mitoy. Sabi ko, sana magkaroon ng kids version and then nangyari nga. So, they were all very supportive. Nag-audition po ako via online. Sinend ko yung audition ko tapos nakapasok naman sa screening. So, lumipad na ako for blinds.
Na-manifest mo na magkaroon ng audition para sa inyo.
Opo.
So, kamusta nung sasaba ka na? Kasi it's such a humble beginning para sa'yo because you had your own in Canada. But imagine para for you to fly out of your comfort zone and join a contest na ganun kalaki. Parang syempre medyo iba ang pakiramdam mo nun. So yung first few moments bago ka sumalang ng blinds, bago ka lumabas sa stage, yung walk na yun.
Syempre, yung mga huli kong nakita bago sumalang, ikaw, si Ate Alex.
Parang nagsisisi ka, may problema
hindi
ka ba sa akin?
Hindi naman. Sobrang starstruck nga ako. Syempre, Kuya Luis and then Ate Alex, tas the final person who I saw, Gonzaga. Huh? Okay, baka hindi familiar. Ayun, pero yun nga, si Tito Butch, ang ating assistant director.
FD.
Yun po, floor director that time. Siya yung huli kong nakita, nakasama backstage bago ako isa lang. And siya yung nakakita nung kaba ko, yung parang masusuka na ako. Felt like I threw up at one point in my mouth. Tapos nilunok ko na lang kasi tinawag na ako ni Tito Butch kasi ako na yung isasalang. So, very memorable kasi hindi rin ako naisalang until the last day ng audition. So, sabi nila, we don't know if makakuha pa siya ng slots kasi puno na si Coach Lea.
Ang dami nang napili.
Opo. So, Bamboo at Sarah na lang may konting slots. So, I was like, oh, okay na ako, basta maisalang man lang. Kasi syempre, nanggaling pa po ng Canada, kasama ko pa dad ko. And I was just so happy nung nasa stage na ako. I was like, oh, this is what I dreamt of. I'm just gonna sing. You know, I don't have any expectations. Tapos, ayun, the rest is history.
No, galing how everything falls the way na how it's supposed to happen.
Opo.
Di ba sabi mo nga, nagsimula sa Patalastas. Tapos sabi mo, sana magkaroon ng ganyang audition. Tapos now, you're one of the most sought-after performers. At hindi lang performer, naging regular host ka pa ng It's Showtime.
Yes.
Okay, so ano mo na pakiramdam na Showtime na namamayagpag yan? ABS, GMA, online. So nung, when you got the news na, uy, magiging regular ka ng Showtime? Ano naisip mo?
They didn't even tell me formally. Parang nagsimula lang siya as special guest co-host for ilang weeks, and then when we were about to be launched on GMA, I had no expectations po syempre kasi hindi naman ako parte ng hosts lineup na alam mo yun, formally na sinabi po sa akin. And then they said, after ng Live Today, may shoot yung hosts for the GMA launch tapos kasama si Darren. So magdala ng extra na damit. Yun na yung pagsabi nila sa akin na parte po ako ng hosts lineup na.
Dahil syempre kahit paano sa ASAP, magsispill ka once, twice, but mas focused on you as a performer. Di ba? Paminsan-minsan, sasalang ka, mag-i-intro ka, okay. Pero anong pakiramdam nung kinukuha ka na as a host? Yung kumbaga, papasok ka ng Showtime, hindi mo kailangan kumanta, hindi mo kailangan sumayaw, pero kailangan mo mag-host.
It was definitely something that I was kind of nervous about kasi syempre hosting isn't really part of what I do. It's just something that I do on the sideline. Yun nga po, mag-i-intro ng spiel, so sa ASAP, mga ganun lang. And then ito hosting na talaga. So it helped that I've already known the host of Showtime for so long since parang yun yung unang guesting namin after nung grand finals ng The Voice Kids. Sa Showtime, agad kami sinalang the next day. So I've known them ever since 10 years ago. So nagkaroon na rin ako ng konting friendship and bond with the hosts po. So I felt comfortable with them and they treat me as their younger brother kasi ako po yung bunso ng hosts. So that's kind of just how I go day by it. Nangangapa pa rin minsan, but it helps that, yeah, I have a bond with them and I just have fun. It doesn't feel like you're at work. And I'm sure you feel like that sa I Can See Your Voice. It's your lucky day. Ganun lang siya eh.
Ang pinaka-importante, bayad.
Opo talaga.
Yan ang pinaka-importante,
Tita
bayad.
Cory, hello.
Kumakanta ka mo. Pero ikaw, anong pinaka na-enjoy mo? Bukod dun sa kulitan, is it because like you get to talk to contestants? Ano yung pinaka na-enjoy mo sa hosting?
Well, in the first segment, of course, we're all playing a game where it's just the hosts who are playing against each other. So, dun pa lang, it kind of sets the mood na this is how we're gonna start our day. It's just fun. We're all just playing around. But syempre, there's also serious segments, like especially for you, where you get to know about other people's lives. You get to kind of pierce through what they've been through. Kasi syempre, you have to relate also to the contestants or the people you're interviewing. And we also get to do that sa Tawag ng Tanghalan. So, especially ngayon, mga kids yung nakasalang Tawag ng Tanghalan kids. So nakikita ko yung sarili ko dun sa mga batang yun, like, oh, grabe, 10 years ago, this was me.
Makaka-relate sila sa kung ano man ang sabihin mo.
Ayun nga po eh, yung iba sa kanila hindi na ako kilala. hindi nila kilala si Darren from The Voice Kids. Kilala nila si Stephen Tanhueco from Can't Buy Me Love. And I'm like, oh, at least ano pa rin, may
tumatatak pa rin.
Opo, may tatak pa rin. Hindi nga lang from The Voice na. So, some of them, pinapakilala nung magulang nila yung Darren from The Voice Kids. Like, oh, magaling na singer to. Ito nung bata siya, ganun-ganon. So, it's nice that, you know, it kind of still crosses over to the new generation. And you have that chance to relate to them as well. So,
may end goal ka ba sa hosting? Like, noong time ka ngayon, may gusto ka ba mag-game show, for example, mag-focus sa reality, or is there a show na you want to host talaga?
For sure, like, it would be such a full circle moment to be part of, you know, The Voice one day.
Pwede, no? Ang ganda tingnan nun.
Yun siguro, The Voice, and also, I don't know what else. Like, it's Showtime, parang everything wrapped up eh. In It's Showtime, you have a game show, you have a singing competition in one whole noontime show eh. So, ayun po. Tapos, naguhurado pa ako sa Tawag ng Tanghalan. So, I'm also a judge there. So, like, you kind of experience everything.
At eto lang, si Darren, di naman sa pagmamayabang. Sabi ko nga, singer, dancer, actor, performer, at Asia's pop heartthrob din. Una-una, anong pakiramdam na yung tagline sa'yo? Ako, honestly, umay na umay ako sa heartthrob na tinatawag sa akin.
Sure.
Honestly, na-offend ako. Pag sinasabi, Luis, heartthrob ka.
Bakit, kuya?
Ba't? Parang kasi, parang kulang pa yun eh.
Okay.
Parang wala pang salita na nagagawa.
It doesn't give justice to you eh, yung heartthrob.
Nasabi mo ang gusto kong
Yun nga eh.
Pero ikaw, anong pakiramdam na gano'n ang tagline sa'yo?
Ewan ko po, parang I don't know how to feel about it every time they introduce me as Asia's Pop Heartthrob. Parang mas lalo kong kailangan galingan na kaya siya tinatawag na Asia's Pop Heartthrob.
Pressure ako.
Na-pressure pa lalo eh, every time na sasalang. But, you know, just to be called a Pop Heartthrob, not even Asia's. Kasi syempre Asia's kasali na dyan yung mga BTS.
Lahat.
Oo, Asia.
Asia equals global na rin naman.
Opo.
Oo.
So ayun, parang natutuwa naman po and I'm grateful that people trust me with that moniker kasi syempre yung pinakaunang moniker ko sa The Voice Kids was The Total Performer.
Okay.
Yun yung introduction nyo sa akin nun. And then, eto na siya, Asia's Pop Heartthrob.
Speaking of performers, as a performer yourself, sino mga hinahangaan mo na ang sarap panoorin? Pwedeng local muna.
Locally, I've always been watching Ate Sara Geronimo as a kid. Parang nung kakapanalo pa lang po niya, yun yung time na I just started learning about Philippine TV and also performers and stuff like that. So, yun yung time na lumalabas na yung mga sa iyo, she can sing, she can dance. And then, sina Tito Gary, Tito Martin, na play yung mga CDs nila sa car because of my parents. So, I've always grown up listening to their songs. Yan yung mga icons po natin. Miss Shasha, si Mama Reg, Regine Velasquez. So, I've always been very familiar with OPM.
Kung ganun yung paghanga mo kay Sara, ibig sabihin, times 10 ang pressure mo noon, knowing na isa sa mga coach ng The Voice mo.
Opo.
Dagdag pressure pa yon.
Yeah, parang bago pa ako isa lang, gusto ko lang siyang ma-meet eh.
Okay ka na doon?
Okay na akong ma-meet siya, but then I never thought that she would become my coach in The Voice Kids. Tapos, you know, later on, naging mentor, kaibigan, ate.
A wonderful person,
Opo.
si Sara.
Yeah.
Ano kaya ang ginagawa ni Darren? Kasi you're on your 10th year. Ano ginagawa ni Darren 10 years from now?
10 years from now, syempre, I still want to continue doing all of this, pursuing music, acting siguro in the future. But yeah, that's one thing for sure. Definitely still in the music scene, performing, releasing songs and all of that. Saka sana po matuloy ko yung pag-aaral kasi when I stopped, it was high school na. So parang yung college kasi kailangan may time ka talaga to actually go into the university or the college in person. So
Then it's nice na with everything going on, kung iisipin mo naman lahat na nga nabibigay sa'yo ngayon ng tadhana, ng Diyos, yung it's okay to take a step back.
Yeah.
But ikaw, parang you're putting in the conscious effort na balikan yung pag-aaral mo. Di ba kahanga-hanga yun? At nakasama mo si Mommy sa When I Met You in Tokyo.
yes.
Di ba? Yun sa movie na yun, di ba? How was it doing that movie?
She's like everyone's mom on the set. We didn't get to have the chance to, you know, have a scene together
Yes.
kasi sila po yung nasa Tokyo, kami Team Philippines. But when we were doing the promo tour, the rounds for MMFF, she was always taking care of everybody. And
Binigyan ka ng pera?
hindi nga po eh.
Nagpabigay ako sa'yo ng 300,000. Wala ka nakuha?
Wala pa po.
Mami, mag-uusap tayo. Bago umalis, nag-mall show kayo. Sabi ko, Mami, eto ang 300,000. Iabot mo kay Darren.
Ayun.
Wala ka nakuha.
Hindi po.
Yari ka, Mami. Mag-uusap tayo.
Basta Tita Vilma.
Oo.
Hindi, pero marami naman po siyang padala. Siyempre, mga specialty ng Batangas.
Aba, syempre.
Yes.
Tulingan. Yung
Yes.
isda.
Opo, mga pinahanda niya yun sa promo tour namin. So, we were always busog.
Nag-mall tour kayo. Kumakain kayo ng tulingan habang naglalakad.
Nade-delay yung mga promo tour namin kasi yung priority ay makakain kami. Yun yung priority ni Tita
Tama
Vilma.
naman. Mothers,
Opo.
ganyan talaga ang mga
Yes.
mami. Kung saan, susugsug ako sa isang issue na napag-usapan kamakailan.
Ayan.
Ayan na, yan na. Ulitin ko na pag-usapan to kamakailan. Ang kasama mo ay si Cassie. Kung saan kaibigan ko rin sina Ate Mina, lahat ng yan. At sinasabi nilang kakambal ko na si Mavi.
Yes.
Para kami ni Mavi pinagganon.
I can see the resemblance.
Ito mo?
Yeah.
Mavi, ito mo?
Yes.
So ano ba talaga ang kaganapan? Dahil parang bawat hiningat utot ninyo ni Cassie, kumbaga napag-uusapan.
Oh, mga po eh.
Anong pakiramdam naman nun? So, alam ko na pag-usapan na ni Tito Boy yan, na nag-guest ka makakailan kay Tito Boy. Pero ano ba what's going on ba doon sa lahat ng yan?
Yun nga simulat sa pool, alam ko naman po that entering showbiz, it's like you're always under a microscope. So everything you do, alam ng tao, you're gonna be judged for everything you do, good or bad. So mga ganun. And then this time naman, I did an interview on TV Patrol. Parang hindi nga yun yung topic ng interview eh. We were talking about something else, promoting something with Ate Gaynil. Tapos, she was uncomfortable pa to ask. Kasi sabi niya, hindi, baka two-person. Sabi ko, hindi, okay lang yan ate. Ito naman. Kasi, ano naman eh, we're all very open with each other because there's nothing wrong with Cass and I. So she asked, like, what's the real score between you and Cassie? And I said, yun nga, best friends po kami. And then, I don't know, the next day, the netizens switched it up kasi they saw an IG story from Tita Carmina and then an IG story from Cass. And then they put it together and then yun na, nagkaroon na ng issue. And then Cass and I talked about it. I really messaged her like, hey, is there anything wrong? Are you mad at me? Like, please let me know. Kasi gano'n naman po kami simulat sa pool. Wala naman kaming tinatago sa isa't isa. We're already comfortable with each other and we don't like to take it the long way or the long route. Like, we just tell each other directly.
Ako, I see you guys on social media. Apply kayo, nagpo-post, you do your own thing, you attend events. Siguro do you believe, Mad, that there's a certain, siguro like a certain group of people who support you? Parang siguro baka they were expecting talaga or ang gusto nila ay may romantic ending sa inyong dalawa. That's why may ganong klaseng reaction.
Sa lahat naman po siguro ng mga pair-ups or mga love team, syempre hindi mawawala dun sa mga sumusuporta sa love team na yun yung, oh, I hope they end up together. You know, that kind of feeling or that kind of thinking na feeling ko sa totoong buhay sila na talaga eh. Pero, ayun nga po, I'm just glad and I'm grateful kasi yung mga Cass rin, yun yung ship name po namin, yun yung mga supporters namin ni Cass. They don't ask for anything much from Cass and I. Natutuwa lang sila pag nakikita kaming magkasama. Yeah, sa interviews or like out of the country. Mga barkadahan trips, okay na sila dun. Like, they're not the ones forcing us to be together or gumagawa ng issue na sila na talaga sa totoong buhay.
Sabi mo nga, naintindihan mo na being in showbiz is like living under a microscope. Diba? Ikaw, you had a fairly quiet life. As a performer, okay ka sa Canada. Tapos biglang sumaba ka na nga sa Philippine entertainment. Naalala mo ba yung first issue mo na it was something like that, like trending, maybe blown out of proportion, tapos napaisip ka na, bakit ganito dito? Do you remember kung ano man yun? Parang ganito pala, yung siguro maybe for a second or two, pwedeng na turn off ka, na parang wow, o hindi kaya, yung naalala na, ganito pala ang showbiz sa Pinas.
Siyempre, dun sa The Voice Kids, sinasabi nilang magkakaaway kami, like magkakaaway off-cam, ganun. So that was one time na parang, we're all friends. Mga ganun. And that was one of the issues that kind of like, oh, this is what I have to expect and stuff in the industry that anything small like that is gonna be
amplified.
Yeah, amplified. Yun po, magnified and stuff like that.
Eh, ganun talaga, at least yun yung pinaka-learning mo. At isang learning ko, na pag-uusapan ko rin, susundutin ko, I've known you for quite some time, never nabalitaan na naging kayo pala ni Kylene.
Yeah, I feel like people had an intuition about it, but yeah, since we were kids, di naman kami nagsasalita about it.
Okay, was it like a conscious thing na wala kayong sasabihan or you were doing your thing, hindi lang napansin?
Siyempre po sa industriyang to, lalo na pag bata ka, parang takot kang...
Ilan taong kayo nun?
We were like 15.
Okay, and I guess same age more or less,
yeah,
si Kylene?
Mga, ano yun yung mga puppy love stage na mga ganong kilig-kilig. And then, yeah, that's when it happened. Mga 1 year yun.
This was, Kylene was still in ABS?
Opo.
Okay. Tapos nag-cruise ang landas yun. Was it the first time you saw each other again nung sa Showtime? O you see each other din naman?
After we kind of ended things, the last time I saw her was at the Christmas special of ABS.
Okay.
And then, naging GMA artist na po siya. And then for like, we didn't talk for 6 years. And then, I don't know why we started talking. Parang, we saw each other again at an event or at a party. We started talking about what happened in the past and stuff like that. Nagkapatawaran. And then we became friends again. So afterwards, she even became part of my music video back in 2021. Siya yung partner ko dun. And then, you know, at parties and gatherings.
Maliit naman ang mundo natin.
Yeah, we invite each other to each other's like celebrations, birthday parties, mga ganun. So,
Kasi natanong ko dahil ang ganda nung reaction niyo sa Showtime recently. 'Di ba? Na parang it was for a lot of people, parang it was a learning eh. Na parang may ganung kwento pala silang dalawa.
Yeah.
Ano sa showbiz naman at one point kung sino man yung nakaaway mo o hindi kaya someone na you probably had an interest in, magkikita kayo, di ba?
Opo.
Okay, pero ito Darren, ito challenge ko sa'yo. Di ko kailangan. Pero ako gagawin ko to para sa'yo. Para dagdag karunungan mo.
Okay.
Turuan mo ako kumanta ngayon.
Okay po.
Anong mga... Si Eric Santos, tinuruan niya ako dati. Hanggang ngayon, hindi pa siya nakakapagsalita.
Okay.
So ngayon, turuan mo ako. Dahil alam ko, kung di ako nagkakamali, totoo ba yung sinabi ni Coach Lea before na nung pina-check niya lahat ng mga... Totoo ba to? Kumbaga yung mga throat niyo. Kasi maraming singers yan, yung iba different techniques eh. Totoo ba to?
Nakarating sa'yo yung kwentong to
Oo, yung iba kasi, iba-iba yung style na damage yung vocal cords, tama
Opo.
ba? Pero si Darren, nung chinek daw ng doctor, kumbaga maayos, ibig sabihin proper yung technique mo sa
Yeah.
singing. Totoo ba yung narinig kong yun?
Opo. Kasi yun yung bago mag-grand finals. So everyone had their
Check up.
vocal cords checked.
Parang yung iba, may mga tama-tama, pero ikaw perfect. Ayan.
Grabe yun yung perfect. So ito na nga. Before you sing, syempre, you have to do vocal warm-ups. So proper posture, tama yan. Si Kuya Luis, kuhang-kuha na agad. So, vocal warm-ups. My
Chest
favorite
out?
one would be, opo. My favorite one would be the buzzing sound. So it goes, see, not everyone can do that.
Kita
Pero
mo?
nagagawa ni
Kita
Kuya
mo?
Luis.
Kita
So,
mo?
napaka-professional.
Ba't di mo ako sinasama sa concert mo? Yun lang ang gagawin ko.
Sa susunod po, yun lang gagawin mo, buzzing. Oh.
Sa gilid lang ako. Oh.
Sometimes 5 minutes to an hour eh. Depende kung...
1 hour mong ginagawa yun?
Opo.
Eh di bulang-bula na ilaway mo?
Hindi kasi may mga times talaga na hindi nagigising boses ko. And then, minsan naman 5 minutes, kahit wala pang vocalization, okay ka nang sumalang.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So, yun ang una. Tapos?
Gag, 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 gag. Tapos pataas ng pataas. Gag, 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 gag.
Gag.
Hindi naman.
Sakala ko minamura mo ako eh.
Gag, gag, gag lang.
Gag lang. Gag, 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 gag.
Gag, 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 gag.
Gag, 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 gag.
May tumama naman.
Hindi ako naniniwala sa iyo.
May tumama naman,
Okay.
yung last note.
Okay.
Gag, okay. Tapos merong, for vowel sounds naman,
Pag loose ang vowel, anong gagawin?
kailangan mo nang mag-check sa doktor.
Okay.
Oo,
Yan ang problema
reseta
ko.
ka na.
May problema talaga ako sa vowels.
Oo. Pero it's important to have vowel exercises din for your proper pronunciation, mga diction sa pagkanta, mga ganon. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu.
Mi, ma, mi, mi.
Mi, me, ma, mo, mu.
Mi, me, ma, mo, mu.
Tapos pataas din ng pataas yan. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu.
Naiinis ako sa iyong bata. Ang hirap. Ang hirap. Di ba pwede
Kaya
patawa
mo
lang?
yan.
Ang hirap na. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu.
Oh! Di ba kayang-kaya?
Last. One for the road.
Ba? Pang mabilisan na vocal warm-ups with falsetto, ano?
Yan ang inaantay ko. Kasi
Yes.
pinapahaba mo ko. Yung mga bilisan, yung kunwari, sasalang na ako sa ASAP.
Oo.
Nakaganyan na ako.
Ganito lang yan.
Inaantay na ako na,
Sina? Sino naghihintay?
yung sundo ko. Pauwi na ako. Closing na eh.
Oh, eto. Parang siren sound. Parang sa ambulansya. Ganun.
No.
Mabilisan lang. At least buka lahat, di ba?
Mabilis din ang buhay ko doon. Mamamatay ako pag ginawa ko yung ganyan kataas.
Kaya mo yan. Kaya,
Nangyayari sa'yo?
oh, kapag malapit na.
Sama. Yung siren na. Last na lang yung siren.
Ang ganda ng headtone mo, Kuya Luis. Yung falsetto mo.
Kung ano man ang sinabi mo, good.
Okay.
Wala. Sama ito.
Totoo.
Anong aabangan natin sa concert ni Darren?
Ayan na nga po. Of course, it's my 10th year anniversary, so it's a trip down memory lane. We're gonna, tackle my journey through the past 10 years. Siyempre kasama rin po yung journey ko from the Voice Kids all the way up to now. So, I'm very excited kasi the people who are gonna be part of this concert, also yung mga guests ko, were all part of my journey.
Ako, I'm very, very happy for you, Darren.
Thank you po.
Kasi bukod sa nakita ko nga si Darren since day one, up to now, as a host, as a performer, as an actor, one thing is you never changed. Mabait ka pa rin tao. And, I know so many things are still gonna come your way. And I hope and pray, dahil etong industriya, madaling magpabago ng tao. And you know this. Marami tayong nakilala before na, at one point, for whatever reason, nagbabago ugali. Pwedeng for even better, pwedeng hindi.
Yeah.
But I hope the industry doesn't change you because mula nung nakilala kita, you have a good heart. Kaya sana ituloy-tuloy mo yan, brother.
Thank you po.
Kailan mangyayari yung concert mo?
June 1 at the Araneta Coliseum.
Grabe.
So, you can get your tickets at ticketnet.com.ph. So, sana po magkita-kita po tayo dyan.
At bagong lahat, magpasalamat ka rin sa sobrang lakas ng Can't Buy Me Love.
Of course, maraming salamat po sa pagtangkilik sa Can't Buy Me Love. I appreciate all of your tweets, mga post nyo na naiinis kay Stephen Tanueco, it means that I did my job well. Opo. And I hope that you guys enjoyed our series as much as we did filming it. Thank you so much po sa tiwala sa Star Creatives family ko, kay Donnie tsaka kay Belle na nag-invite sa akin to be part of the cast. Thank you so much for letting me be part of, you know, this journey with you guys. Ayan, maraming salamat.
Nakita mo ba ako sa Can't Buy Me Love?
Yes, sa scene ng Snorin, andun si Kuya Luis.
May mga usap-usapan
Napakamahal daw nung
na ako daw nagdala ng show.
Yun nga po eh.
Yung pagpasok ko ng pagiging isang waiter, yung paghatid ko ng pagkain,
Yes.
marami daw naiyak talaga. Ang usap-usapan darin na ayoko maging mayabang. Yung part na binigay ko yung pagkain, dumating si Jake, na-nominate ako sa pagbaba ng hagdan, Best Actor.
Oh.
Huwag kayo mainggit.
Oo nga
Mararating
po.
nyo rin yan.
Sana po, one day. Tsaka yung bayad niya per word, hindi per line.
Nope, per hinga.
Per hinga, see? Kaya pala kami nagtapos. Wala na kaming budget para ituloy yung show.
Nagpalpitate pa naman ako, kaya hinga ako.
Yung Netflix na problema na kung saan kukunin yung budget.
Netflix, alam nila, susunod yung star, ha? Brother, thank you very much. Thank you, Luiseners. Yes!
Luiseners, thank you kay Luis.
Bye, guys.